The chaser. Special love is a prison with lace curtains. The potion costs $1, but the bill is eternal. Roger Shackleforth didn't want love, he wanted control. He called it love because the ego always mislabels possession as passion. What he really wanted was to own Leila, her attention, her body, her choices. And what he got was what every ego gets: an idol made of glue and glass, a mirror made of molasses, sticky, fragile, and impossible to escape. Jumping over the moon is easier than controlling love. When Leila says, "Why don't you take a flying jump at the moon?" she speaks truth deeper than she knows. Because what Roger is trying to do, make someone love him by force, is just as absurd. Trying to manipulate love is like trying to jump to the moon. You can try, you can sweat, you can stretch, and still fall back into your own delusion. Because love doesn't go out and come back with someone in its hands. It is. It flows. It extends. It doesn't obey. Real love doesn't say yes because you mixed a drink. It says yes because it's not afraid. Professor Daemon, the devil you paid $1 to. You called it first. Demon = devil. Not a fiery pitchfork, but a calm vendor of illusions. He doesn't scream, he smiles. He doesn't threaten, he offers. And that's the most dangerous form the ego ever takes. Because when pain wears the mask of a solution, you pay for your own suffering and call it love. And when he says, "Love potions are my cheapest item and they're overpriced at that," he's not being sarcastic. He's telling the truth the ego always hides. Because special love costs you everything, even when the price tag says $1. Books, bottles, and the illusion of knowing. You said it best. All those books, and still confused. Roger sits on a stack of second-hand ideas and still doesn't know what love is. Because real knowledge isn't found in shelves stacked like trophies. It's found in stillness, in surrender. The Course says, you need do nothing. But Roger, he needs to fix, to chase, to drink, to dial. And when he can't reach God, he buys a number from the devil. But truth doesn't come in a bottle. And peace never comes with fine print. She worships you. Now you're in hell. And isn't that the great ego joke? You finally get someone to say everything you wanted to hear, and now you can't breathe. She kneels. She adores. She never stops. She says, "I love to love you." She says, "I'm so glad you're you." And you want to run out the door like your soul's on fire. Why? Because special love is a trap dressed in affection. You think you want devotion, but you don't want its shadow, loss of freedom. You think you want closeness, but you don't want the suffocation of a mirror too close to your face. Leila is no longer a person. She's a puppet you dressed in praise. And puppets can't surprise you. They can only haunt you. The split mind, wanting to be separate and together. Roger wanted separation. He wanted a self who could get love. Then he wanted union, but only on his terms. This is the split mind. The ego says, "I want to be one with you, but let me still be myself." And so we cycle. Together, then apart. Married, then miserable. In love, then in prison. You build the prison, then you decorate it with flowers. But the bars are made of belief, and the sentence is self. The stimulant and the chaser, unforgiveness and death. That's your knockout metaphor. The stimulant is unforgiveness. The chaser is death. Roger drank the stimulant when he decided Leila wasn't enough unless she wanted him. He drank the chaser when he returned to Daemon for the glove cleaner. But even then, he couldn't swallow it. Because something holy in him whispered, "You did this, and you can undo it. Not by killing her, but by seeing what you made and forgiving it." Final scene, when love turns into a mirror you can't escape. The last scene isn't tragic. It's metaphysical gold. Roger tries to spike her drink again. But she wraps herself around him like a boa made of devotion. He can't get to the poison, because the ego's final trick is this. You wanted this, now live with it. But a deeper truth breathes between the lines. You never wanted this. You only thought you did. And the undoing starts when you admit that what you chased was not love. It was compensation for a belief in lack. You cannot buy what is already yours. You cannot chase what never ran. And you cannot love from fear. Love needs no potion, no prison, no proof. It only needs your willingness to remember what cannot be lost. And that is the end of chasing.